Yay! It worked. That means it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. Check out all the beautiful people. Woo! We do have issues in this hall.
Showing half of the people that are watching us right now.
And we tried to get Badger on, but there were some technical difficulties with Badger's connection, but maybe we'll have her on next time. But so we're gonna do like a foursome for now, and maybe if we have a special guest, I'll pull an audible like I did last week.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
As you all know, I am Chieftain, fresh from surgery that I had yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Surgery.
And I don't know where my shot. Come on, guest one, work.
No.
Uh-ohs.
You pressed the wrong button. You done
No, there we go.
up,
No.
Aaron.
No, okay. She is the Scotch tape of Lagging Out with a beautiful new lighting set in her background. Please welcome Black Lightoni. Looks like my stream deck is not up to par here. And he is the beautifully bearded bastard that likes to show off his firearms. Please welcome Hero.
Yeah.
And off camera, we saw what he looked like in real life. But he is the only host that runs at 60 frames a second. Please welcome Soda Pop.
What's up, guys?
There's like a 3-second delay from shot to shot. It's amazing. There we go.
It'll just be a really cool, relaxed, chill stream.
Yes.
Said no one ever.
We guarantee it's not going to be 5 hours tonight.
Yeah.
So, but
That was pretty harsh, but I had fun.
I had fun too. Hearing about Nikki's like scary ass life was just very interesting. And I'm like, oh, I know.
I guess you could say she's quite a doll.
Oh my god.
Put your hands up for that one.
Bitch be punny. All right.
Hauntingly so.
Scary though.
Hauntingly so. Dad jokes.
Hey, dad jokes are great.
All
One of
right.
the best.
Daddy.
So apparently, clip that.
No, god damn it. It's only
No.
5 minutes.
Hey, we don't kink shame here.
Apparently, YouTube doesn't fucking listen to me because they flagged our live last week. So, hey,
course they do.
cocksuckers, stop fucking flagging good content. My name's not Angry Joe. So, don't be dicks. So, fuck you. I'm not reading this whole thing.
Well, no, that's usually cause for them to flag somebody is that they're not Angry Joe, because for some reason Angry Joe gets a pass on every fucking thing he says.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Fucker.
But if you like kitty cats as much as the very wonderful... Look, Black Light Only's just like smiling every time she sees this. I have her on the big screen now. I can actually see her reaction opposed to like a little like microcosm of the show. If I'm looking this way, guys, I'm looking at everybody over here. So actually I look like I'm looking at Oni. So hi over there. Hi, Oni. So it's literally, that's where my monitor is. So if I look there like a noob, that's the reason. But if you do like our show, please tell your friends. Other podcasts actually like our show, so we appreciate them as well. Don't get me started, asshole. I don't know what the reference is for that. Okay. But also, Abs is feeling better. She got back from her
Yay.
surgery and she's feeling better. So
Good.
she sent me a message. Oh, by the way, make sure, see if you can accumulate any used games for Cigars for Warriors. So aside from cigars, and you don't have to smoke, if you want to donate used games, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, you can actually do it for cigarsforwarriors.org. Just contact them at cigarsforwarriors.org, and they will send your used games to a warrior in need of some gaming relaxation. So
Nice.
if you are
just
if
to
you
cut
are-
in there, Unisol, sorry about that. We didn't quite catch what you were saying. He says, "Don't get me started on that asshole." He's talking about Angry Joe.
Angry Joe.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think we always beat him up when we do something, but the guy deserves it. He looks like Vince Russo from WWE. But
Don't eat
He's
your
also
games
a
and
hack
cigars.
nowadays.
Better deal than GameStop.
right,
Got a shit ton of games I can send them.
right. So if you guys aren't sure on whom to send them to, you could actually go to our Lagging Out community page on Facebook, which is on the links below, or on our link tree, and you can go there. And our moderator is called Abigail Wilcox. She said it was okay to say her name, and you could actually message her on there and say, "Hey, Chieftain sent me. I want to send some stuff to Cigars for Warriors. He said to speak to you. How do I do that?" And she will give you all the directions on how to do that, and let them know that Lagging Out sent you. So, yeah, he is an Uber douche. I totally agree. But yeah, so my reads are getting really good for that. As long as the reads don't change, I think I'm fine. Here's a trivia. If you guys were here last week or were not, you're not probably going to get this trivia. As you know, the first question in our trivia is always Lagging Out related. So it is a Nikki Crow question. So Nikki Crow mentioned last week she has over 40 of these. You'll have to figure out what the 40 things are when I give you the possible answers in Chieftain Scamper's Corner at the end of the show. How am I doing so far, guys? Am I moving okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it Nikki?
I think it's 1K. I'm pretty sure it's 1K.
Okay.
4K.
Do I have 2Ks there?
4K.
Yep, it's spelled right. That's how she spells it.
Ooh.
Next week, since we don't have a show on May the 4th or Revenge of the 5th, we're doing our Lagging Out special on May the 6th. So stop by for some antics. You might see some stuff that you want to see. Maybe some old clips of Unisol and Moabidi riding in the Millennium Falcon. We don't know. Maybe some chieftain in a saber fighting himself in saber gear. Who knows?
Sweet.
Or it could be just us talking about Star Wars shit. You'll
Hell
have to come
yeah.
by next week to find out. Hell yeah. And here's the that's the theatrical version.
I'll be right back.
Instead of May the 4th, it's May the fucking 4th, so Disney can't claim it. Yeah. Right? And there's a lot of free things you could do with the chat, with us in the podcast. Here's some of the free things. Just by watching, you accumulate these lag coins. From 700 to 10,000. You can read them there. Mute a mouth. That is one of our hosts might be talking too long. Anybody here? Usually 3 out of the 4 of us talk too much. You can shut our fucking mouths for 2 minutes for just 750 tokens. You can actually shut one of us up for 7 minutes if you donate 950 tokens or something like that. I don't know the exact number.
Let's move to the biddy section.
I don't. Yeah, like it has it in the bits. It has it on the bottom. The menus on the bottom of the video when you're posting. It shows the menus on the bottom there. I think on the left hand side. But yeah, and if you don't like our topic, we can change it. Which you might not like this first topic because it's about me. It was a test. So I did a video to motivate people, like whatever. And I was like, oh, gamers have other hobbies. Gamers work for a living. Some of us have full-time jobs. Some of us are dads. Some of us just work really hard at what we do, and we do this on the side. So one of the things I do for mental health more than physical health is go to the gym. Yes, this is me, and yes, it is not photoshopped. Actually, to be honest, just the eye part is photoshopped right here, just to cut the bags out, and I just blurred the background. Everything else is not photoshopped. That is me. And I'm sucking in really hard to make myself look all buff. But
X'd out.
No, I'm sucking it. I did that. I was doing triceps. I'm like, wow, my triceps look big. I'm taking a fucking picture and it's going on the show on Friday. So
Good.
But yeah. But not the body is not. Nothing is photoshopped here. If it was, I'd take this like belt clip off for my phone. But yeah. So it was a test to see if I was going to get body shamed, and this actually posted at midnight last night. Of course, my brother was the first one to post something. So my brother's a gym rat. Just some context. He says, "Lose the gloves, rookie." So like when you work out, you're not supposed to wear gloves, but I'm a pussy, so I wear gloves.
Since when?
I don't know who made that rule, but that's some bullshit. I've always
need
used
it-
gloves.
If you need it, fucking wear it. It's why it's there. It's almost like it's your fucking money. Do whatever you want with it.
Right. These gloves are so old that the Velcro don't work around the wrists anymore. But
Hey, we can replace that.
They do the job. They do the job. But you can replace. I'll send them to you, but then I'll be out gloves. But I used to wear gloves and I used to get really bad calluses. So I understand what he's saying because he doesn't wear gloves because he used to power lift. So I figure he's teasing me. He's my brother. He's teasing me. He's not really shaming me. But he's like, so he blew out his labrum, his shoulder, so he can't lift as heavy anymore. So I go, how's your shoulder, Nancy? I've been wearing gloves for years. I need those hands to be silky smooth, Chief. So just to fuck with
We
them
know
back.
why you need them silky smooth, fool.
Whoa.
Giggity.
Giggity.
Come at me, I fucking dare you.
Wrong one. But and I guess both of them kind of work. But yeah, so it's a small gym I go to, but yeah, that's me. If I would Photoshop anything, I'd Photoshop flaming arrows off my shirt. It's my high school. But yeah, I think everyone knows where this is going.
To hell.
It's going
to hell.
So here
And
was
a
my
handbag.
post. So yeah. So this is what I post. Chieftain's poor attempt at a thirst gym photo. Gamers do more than game. What hobbies do you do besides gaming? We guarantee Chief will have more clothes on the stream Friday at 8 p.m. And then a cheap plug. Hashtag
story.
gaming live stream. Yeah. And I'm shocked no one made fun of my fucking hair. So that was kind
No,
of,
I liked it.
it was like I threw some product in there. I'm like, I'm gonna take pictures today, even though like the dye job's pretty bad on my chin there. But anyways, so of course we're gonna have one person that's gonna troll me, right, guys? So
At least.
And
I
guess
was
who
thinking
it-
that we were gonna get more.
guess who it is? It's our favorite troller, Terrence the troller. So
He is
of
like
course-
the exclusive troll of Laggin Out at this point. At this point, I feel like this guy is actually secretly working PR for Chieftain under the table.
right?
Like way under the table.
Seems like
How-
it.
How much do I bench? I don't do flat bar benches. I do dumbbell presses. But now I just go on the machine. I think I max out at 180. I'll do 180 for 3. That's the I don't have a big bench.
Gunpla!
I don't do it. I don't do a lot of bench pressing. But yeah, it says WD called and said to take better pictures. So I'm thinking shots fired, right?
WD.
So here's me as Lagging Out.
WWE, it's the Wrestling Federation.
World Wrestling Entertainment.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Entertainment.
yeah.
Can't
Same
say
thing.
WWF anymore.
That's the World Wildlife Fund now,
Yep.
which will be in
Panda.
our trivia next week. I told Terrence it's called a joke, but thanks for body shaming Chieftain. This pic was meant to motivate people self-conscious about their bodies. So, and then I wrote back just to be a dick. WWE called Chief. He turned them down. He doesn't want a pay cut. just to fuck with him.
You know what? What's sad though, from what I've heard, that's pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah. I think AEW, All Elite Wrestling, is actually better because they're actually employees and not contracted. So
Yeah, the contracts for WWE has been historically awful.
no,
Anyways.
but 300 leg press is fucking awesome. I have bad knees, and
Yeah, it
some
is.
days I can only do like 180, but my max is 260. I can't go any further, otherwise I hear cracking in my knees. It's just like
Yeah,
really
you should not be
bad.
sounding like a
Yeah.
percussion section.
I do.
No,
like,
I do. I do when I leg press, and I've been able to leg press about, I think it was like 450.
Like my leg workouts are abductors, adductors, leg curls, leg extensions, leg press, close together leg press, and then calf raises. And on walking lunges too. Like that's all one day. And then I do abs. I'm like I walk like a fucking cripple when I'm done. It's horrible. But yeah, I said I didn't want a pay cut. And then he says, do you think Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon, instead of saying, do you think Vince, Stephanie, and Shane McMahon care about you guys get to be delusional if you think they actually care about you. I never said they did care about me, but okay. So,
Right.
Terrence, Chief has spoken to political leaders like DeSantis. I have. Heads of companies and in front of 1,000 people, which I have. We are sure there will be no issue talking to another one. If you would leave your house and see Chief at a convention, you would think otherwise. Shots fired by Chieftain. Is this boring or is this entertaining to people?
I'm entertained. I want to go all the way through it.
It's sad. Not on you. Not on you.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the whole time he's creating content for Friday. That's what I'm thinking the whole time. So this is Terrence saying Laggin Out, and I say to this, if WWE did call Chiefs, he probably would not know how to talk to them anyway, because Vince McMahon is a very cunning individual and actually knows how business works. So playing with him on how business works, you will get put in your place. I don't understand. I'm like, where is this going?
I don't know.
So I said to Terrence, he also said something to the effect, it's a little bit out of order, but I skipped a few frames. It's like, he slams me too. And I go to him and I say, Terrence, he has never slammed you ever, like as far as body shaming. We have seen him slam you in debates, though. Our viewers find it funny.
True story.
And then Andrew James, he fucking comes to the rescue. He white knights it here. It's awesome.
Who the hell is this guy? I like him.
Isn't this Better Biscuits?
That Better Biscuits or Havoc. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That Andrew James is his stage name, so I just left it in there.
Throwback.
Oh, oops. I used his full name there. Chill out. You can't even handle being called out for piss poor journalism, he says. By the way, I'll be sure to get you that Game Pass subscription as a thank you for banning me from your page for no reason, LOL. He appears to be banning a lot of people, Terrence. And then Terrence is like, Andrew James. It's like, Andrew James, wow, it's good that you come to their offense, though, like something you see in a movie. Yeah, because he's a fucking friend. And then Honey Badger says, do you mean consolation? Badger just jumps in there, and I'm just like, yeah.
Yay, Badger.
Yeah, Andrew James. Although it'd be pretty awesome to see a movie of Lagging Out. Like, he completely changes gear here. Like, he went to, slamming us to, appraising us. I don't understand the line of logic.
So weird.
He is an idiot. So Terrence Laggin, but do you want to know what I love to see Chieftain at the White House on national television? Why?
This guy, by the way, cannot English.
He can't English, yeah. So it's really hard to do that. So here it says, I don't think Chieftain has enough time to travel all around the United States to speak in political events. But if he did have a political event here in Atlanta, Georgia, then I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind coming down here to the South to speak his mind about political and the goings-ons of politics and world political matters. And I'm like,
it was weird. This dude went from trying to pick a fight to, well, I'll just say it how I said it to Chieftain earlier. He went from trying to pick a fight to sucking Chieftain's cock.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, like, he is bipolar, Udasol. I don't understand it. I'm like, are you trying to...
Is that pornographic?
Now, yeah. I won't get banned for this next photo. I think it's just my surgery. I had surgery yesterday, guys. I had a bunch of fatty tumors removed because I'm a fathead. But does anybody want to see these? I could just skip by them.
If you don't want to see them, avert thine eyes. This is your chance.
Pebble Bopper.
All right, definitely. I've had 4 of them removed. So here's the right side of my back. This thing, it looks like a nipple, but it's not.
It literally looks like somebody took a branding iron to you.
Yeah, this is like my rib cage. Just underneath my rib cage, and this is my lower back. Right here, I had 2 lipomas removed, so I'm in a little bit of a pain today, but I'm okay. And when getting shot by campers goes wrong, essentially.
Did they shove gauze, that little bitty gauze inside yours to suck all the shit out?
No, I didn't have it fucked up like that. And it was just like it wasn't any pus or anything.
I had gauze in mine for a week.
Oh,
good shit. It's fun to
yeah,
get pulled out and stuck back in and pulled out.
Whoa,
Is that
I
what
think our
she
slides are
said?
out of
That's
order,
Giggity,
Chief.
giggity, giggity.
I wish.
No, they're not. That's the order that they were in.
Because there was way more slides. I think you got more behind your Chieftain's Campers corner. Yeah.
He's like, Amber's a crazy bitch. Said throw that
Yeah,
in
we
there.
got more.
So yes, there is more Amber Heard news.
Oh my god. I didn't get to use this analogy yet, but this past week has literally been Johnny Depp's lawyer team conducting an orbital bombardment of Amber Heard's lawyer team. It has been brutal. It has been a bloodbath. And for those of you who care to find out or care to know, according to the schedule, Amber Heard takes the stand on Monday.
Woot.
Didn't
If she does, it's gonna just be brutal because they got so much ammunition to work with from the questioning that they did of the witnesses that they brought up to this point.
Didn't her own lawyer object to himself?
Yes. They got
What an idiot.
what an idiot. They've got a 3-man lawyer team. Well, 3.5-man lawyer team. I'm not sure what
Get muted, bitch.
how do I say this? Most people that are not official news outlets that have been following this and broadcasting it on YouTube and stuff like that have taken to calling one of the lawyers Rotten Bottom because his name is Rottenburn, and the other lawyer is actually been nicknamed Crazy Cat Lady.
Did I say that correctly?
I take that. I take offense to that. That is a disgrace to all crazy cat ladies ever.
She looks like Grandma Karen, Crazy Cat Lady.
Did I say
Like
that
it's a
right?
title.
Shit's funny.
It's
Quick snap poll in the chat. Who shits their bed more, Joe Biden or Amber Heard?
Oh my god. That is hard question.
It's a tough one.
Putting
And
a
what's-
question to
what's the-
rest.
What's the consistency of the poop?
Please don't.
Is it more
well,
like
if you
peanut
want a
butter?
legitimate answer, if you ask Amber Heard, the consistency is that of a tiny Yorkie Terrier. But according to all of Johnny Depp's crew that cleans his houses and stuff, they're human-sized fecal matter. So
We had a guy in high school when I was in an RA. We don't know who it was, so we called him the Phantom Shitter. And the shits were like the thickness of my water bottle here. It was just like, it was almost like this thick on the bottom, maybe a little bit smaller. And I'm like, how big does this guy's asshole stretch? And I'm like, holy cow.
don't want to know.
I don't know what's wrong with my
With
shot
you or
selections
him?
here.
Oh.
We finally found out, and he finally admitted it, because he couldn't flush it. He had to break it apart and flush it. It was like, dude, and it was cursing to me in Spanish. Some Puerto Rican kid. He was like, called me a stupid gringo or something like that. I'm like, I'm not the one taking elephant shits in the bathroom.
Oh, them
Why are you getting
burritos.
mad at me? Anyway,
Tortillas.
So, among the events that have taken place
That's
this
racist.
week, among the events that have taken place this week, the ACLU has taken the stand and was forced to expose that she lied about her donation proceedings. The police officers that went to the penthouse have taken the stand that were there, that were called for the purpose of the alleged domestic violence and the apparent, alleged, whatever you want to call it, destruction of the penthouse that was supposedly there, that the police officers never witnessed, that the body cam footage never exposed. It's all being freaking thrown out there and exposed for the lies they are. It gets better.
What's that, Oni?
I don't know, just like
Oh, I thought you were raising your hand because you had a
you
question.
know,
You look comfy as hell, though.
yeah. Yeah.
Johnny's accountant also took the stand, and they tried to object to this numerous times. They tried to get his testimony thrown out numerous times because they didn't want it to be exposed how much the divorce settlement actually was. All we've ever heard up until this point was that the divorce settlement was a $7 million donation to 2 different charities in all. Come to find out, her demands for the divorce settlement kept changing every time they'd agreed on stuff. Kept going up and up and up. It started at $4 million, and then it just gradually inflated to $7 million, and then eventually became $14 million, and he had to pay for her lawyers. He had to pay her or for all what they call community property, which in the state of California, community property is property that is gained while married. So that's property that you are supposed to share because it's supposed to be an equal division in divorce proceedings, I guess, according to the state of California. So any property that was bought after they had married legally would have to be divided evenly.
Yeah, because they had the whole thing happened where I remember this from learning this last week, and I hate that I know so much about this fucking case. I just want to be shot in the face with it. But she got all pissy because of him wanting a prenuptial, but they already got married. So during the testimony, he mentioned the fact that when they were in France shooting Pirates 5, or in Europe somewhere, was it Australia? I don't fucking remember. Doesn't matter.
It was Australia, but yeah.
Australia. It's like he wanted to do a post-nuptial agreement, and a lawyer came to her. He's like, "Oh, he would never do anything like this. He doesn't even know you're here." He's like, "Well, he's the one that sent me." So, like, she got all pissy about it, which makes me think that she's a money-grubbing fucking bitch because she didn't want anything to do with, like, she didn't want a post-nuptial agreement. So, thank you, and saw you. It was Australia.
The end totals that she ended up demanding was around $20 million, and her lawyer fees was like $500,000, and she also was demanding the Land Rover that he bought for her while they were married, which it's like, fuck. And when the settlement was finally decided, the settlement included a clause that said that you must donate the $7 million divided evenly between 2 charities. And the reason that she agreed to it was for the purpose of proving that she's not a gold digger.
She ain't messing with no broke.
And this whole time they were trying to prove that Johnny, like, this whole time they're trying to prove that Johnny wrecked his own career, and that, like, the studio stopped talking to him because he was damaged goods, quote unquote. And it just was not, I don't know, like, nothing they were trying to prove worked out. So they went from his accountant, which exposed all of that crap, which, by the way, the lawyer team for Heard, when they went to cross-examination, were utter jackasses to that guy. Like, utter jackasses. Completely. Like, every time that he went to answer a question, he'd say, yes, but the lawyers would just cut him off. Because they keep these lawyers, like, they're supposedly high-class lawyers. But... And like really important lawyers, like really popular lawyers, but they don't seem to know how to ask direct questions. They kept asking open-ended questions. When you're a lawyer, you're supposed to ask direct questions if you only want specific answers, open-ended questions if you want the witness to tell the story. This guy just didn't seem to get it. He kept asking this open-ass-ended question, and the guy was gonna and kept trying to give a full answer, and he just kept running him over, kept cutting him off. And then finally the dude got so annoyed that he said, "Can you just let me freaking answer the question?"
Yeah, he did.
No. The dude literally went, "No. You answered my question. No." And it's just like,
Did I
hello?
read that right? Did I read that right? You read that right, sir.
Was that how it was the whole time?
Oh yeah, that was another thing. That was
great.
another thing.
Did I read that right? Did I
The
read
next guy after the accountant was Johnny's personal assistant that served in numerous capacities: dog walker, dog sitter, freaking personal assistant, and then finally a driver. And his name, get this, was Mr. Jenkins. Like, if that's not a butler fucking name, I don't know what
Right.
is. And this is the craziest shit ever. This dude had balls of fucking steel. Like, straight up balls of steel. They asked him, "Is this what this sworn statement says?" And
Leroy Jenkins.
the dude like leaned into the mic and said, "You can read. You know as well as I know that it's written there. And if it's written there, it's what it says." And that was his answer to the question. And the dude was just so, like, it just derailed his entire train so bad that he stood there for like 45 seconds like,
Wow. I'm like, when I was watching clips of this, and it's like, ooh, squirrel. Some guy it's like, oh, Johnny Depp is like looking down and he's like writing something down. It looks like very intense. And then it's like, he gives it to his lawyer, and it's a fucking drawing, and Johnny Depp's just like,
yeah.
and then it's like, oh, this is very good, Johnny.
Like, well,
like, what the fuck?
And
'Cause
people,
he's
were
actually
trying
a
to
painter.
trash talk him. Yes, he does a lot of things. He is an artist. Like, by very definition, he's a fucking artist. He plays
Totally is,
guitar.
yeah.
He has a band. He does painting. He does drawing. He does his own fucking lines in the movies. 99% of the time, he does his own shit. But, like, people were trying to trash talk Johnny for not paying attention in a serious moment. And what I don't think most people realize... What I don't think most people realize is this guy, he's an artist. Most artists, they focus better when they are actively engaged in something artistic. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah.
True.
Professor Soda, do you agree?
I agree. I've been watching a lot of what he's been saying, so
Yeah.
it's just funny. He's like, the guy reads it, and he's like, "Did I read that?" And Johnny's like, "You read that correct." 5 minutes later, "Did I read that right?" "Yes, sir. You read that correct." Fucking shut up.
It sounds like a verbal crutch to me. What do you think, Oni?
I don't. Yeah, this dude, like,
Someone wake up Oni.
I don't know how else to explain that. This dude just fucking was done with the questioning. But, like, they tried to call him a liar too, by the way. They read his sworn statement that he made at the UK trial in regards to Amber Heard, like, throwing Johnny's phone and wallet off the balcony of the penthouse. And the exact words that were recorded was, according to the Find My Phone app, it's somewhere below the balcony on the streets. And when the guy said where he found the phone 6 miles away on Skid Row. And the fucking lawyer said, but that's untrue, is it not? And the guy said, "No, I found it 6 miles away on Skid Row." "But that's not what it says here. You know, legally binding sworn statement right here. You sign attesting to the fact that this is true and completely, you know, irrefutable.
Take it easy, Unassault.
You're disagreeing with yourself right here. You're contradicting yourself here." And the dude, like, looked at him like it was the most "I am fucking done with your bullshit" look I have ever seen anybody give anybody at all. Like, straight looked at the guy and said, "No, that is not correct. I found it 6 miles away on Skid Row. When that statement was taken, I was not told to give exact distances. It was a statement of the stuff is down there on the streets somewhere. What the hell do you want?
Wow.
Fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy. Was that a hint?
That was about where
Fucking
where it
crazy.
left off.
She needs to get done because she stopped coming over.
Oh
to the
shit!
trial,
Ticker's
so-
here.
Hell yeah, it tickers you. It's just this whole situation. Like they wrapped up what looks to be not all of Johnny's witnesses, but they've done what looks to be a complete wrap up of Johnny's witness testimonies. So next week they're starting Amber Heard's team, and it should be there's about 3 weeks left of this trial. Anything can fucking go, but at the moment, up until this point, it's been orbital bombardment, and I just don't know if they have anything they can defend themselves with at this point. Elon Musk has been exposed to have been participating in this because he backs the ACLU. So
he's a freedom speech absolutist. So,
I mean, it makes sense except for the fact that the ACLU has been known to be censorious.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that his involvement is a little bit more because he and Amber Heard, bumped uglies. Yeah. And it's been, I would say, proven, quote unquote, that they were an item during her and Johnny's marriage. But that's just alleged. He denies it, of course.
I like where this is going.
She also says that he being Elon Musk tried to have some of her eggs destroyed.
I heard about that too. Yeah, I heard that too.
It can't be confirmed. There's not enough evidence to say yes or no. And on top of that, there have been photos of Musk with Heard, and he doesn't look to be in good shape either. Now, I don't know if those photos are real or photoshopped, but I'm gonna quote a woman on YouTube named, I think her name is Roma Army Men's Rights, basically saying, how many situations has Amber Heard been in where she has been alleged to have been an abuser of her partners?
Well, considering that she was convicted of domestic violence previously, I'd say that it's not alleged.
Well, some of them never went to court. I think some of the charges have been dropped, but multiple times. And don't get me wrong, I ain't devil's advocate. Some people just have shit luck. Maybe you just wind up in really bad situations. But over and over and over again with these types of allegations, there's only one common denominator.
And it's the garbage human involved.
He said it.
Garbage human.
Every time he does it, the mic gets really I can't pull a good, the last 3 samples you did, I couldn't get it. It's just wow, it's this one's really blown out. This one is these people. This one says fucking garbage human. It's just I can't clip it where it's perfect. Frustrating. It's okay.
Well, garbage human.
There we go. Clip that one.
But I'm just gonna say that she's obviously the problem. She is just obviously the problem. I don't think she's got a case. I'm confident that Johnny has a very good chance of winning this, an incredibly good chance of winning this. But there's just no telling when it comes to a jury panel.
True.
Yeah. Dark Nova says 1 time is an accident, 2 is on purpose, 3 times is a habit.
Yep. I mean, she was officially diagnosed by a psychologist, a forensic psychologist. She was officially diagnosed with 2 conditions: borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder.
I thought you were going to say the second one is being a fucking cunt.
No, that's the third diagnosis.
Oh, okay.
That's unofficial, but that's the silent part.
Yeah. The histrionic personality disorder, by the way, is it's an attention-seeking behavior. Suddenly,
No.
this all starts making sense.
Yeah. So, chat, who shits the bed more, Joe Biden or Amber Heard? They both have mental disorders, so, I mean, it might be a tie. Ticker actually came in late when I was asking the question, so. Acting over says Amber Heard. Yeah, I think her are more consistent. So,
Yeah.
she has more practice crapping on a bed.
Yeah.
Anyways.
She does.
Oh, to clarify, Hero, you might say that it's out of order because we had a bunch of blank ones, and I put those at the bottom of our show stuff. That's why it looks like it was.
And we have more clips that you grabbed. It looks like that's in the campers corner. I think that you're saving that for later.
Oh, yeah, the conversation. Yeah. There's two different types of conversations. Yes. No, it's okay, Ticker. Like, whenever you come in or when anyone comes in, we're just glad you're here. There's no such thing as being late to a stream. I don't know anyone ever who comes in, unless, like, I guess there are people there that, like, they follow certain people, and they're there right as they come in. We're just glad that everyone's here. So,
Totally.
whatever time you come in, it's a blessing.
The only
and a big,
stream I can think of is one where you forget to clip it off before you put it away, and you just get it all over your leg. No, that's a mine thing. Never mind.
I had one of those accidents in Orlando. It just all over the wall. It looked like I shot out an alien or something. It was disgusting.
Take pictures?
No, I wanted to forget about it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Just looking at Oni on the extended shot. It's hilarious. Awkward.
Yeah.
All right.
There's the bird.
There it is. And yeah, I guess. Are we finally done with this subject for this week?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm done with
All
this
right.
subject for this week. I'm sure there's going to be fireworks next week. It's going to be a shit show for all to see.
Pun intended.
Totally.
Yeah. I was scrolling through Twitter because now I feel more free.
I wonder why.
But Infinity Ward, it said, like, on my feed, it said, Infinity Ward hasn't posted something in a while, and this is what they posted. Modern Warfare 2 coming out. So, I don't know. I don't know if they're releasing it this year or next year, because I know they're taking a year off on the rotation. So this is what they have. I guess is the logo for Modern Warfare 2. And I guess they're working on it because they were looking to hire people 3 months ago and skip Chieftain on that. Thank you for your interest in Infinity Ward.
Yeah,
However,
you
your
fuckers.
qualifications don't qualify for the position. Why? Because I could probably outlight everybody in your department. But
I would argue that most likely it's because you don't live where they want you to live, and they're afraid
That's
of your
probably what it is.
politics.
Not even like that. I hide that pretty well. They don't know my. Well, I have that alter ego. That's why I use the name Chieftain. That way they can't find me. But yeah. So, Modern Warfare 2 coming out. So keep that in mind if you guys were on our Twitter, and on any of our social media. You know what our trivia question is for this week. It is Call of Duty related. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get it or not because the way I am with first-person shooters, I'm like, let's get Halo, Hero, and then I play for a week and I'm over it. And
Yeah, sadly.
but
I'm sorry, Chief. I take a little bit of blame for that because I'm the same way.
I'm very fickle when it comes to that. I'm like, oh, where's the new chick? Where's the new game? So it's just like I don't get into games anymore because
I'm sorry, Ticker.
I only play PUBG. Actually, I think one of our friends, Rogue Raven, plays PUBG as well. She is in our server, so if you ever want to play PUBG, tell her that I sent you, and I think she's always looking for people to play with.
You're dead to me.
You're dead to me, Nova? That's funny.
These two have been,
bro, I know.
They've known each other as long as I've streamed, so it's just about, I should say.
Well, truth to tell, I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm probably dead to you both because I fucking hate that game format. The fuck
He
is it
likes,
called again?
he likes playing
PUBG,
Metroid
yeah.
and speaking 12 hours about it.
Well, I think Tecker was doing mobile. Are you doing mobile PUBG still? Good answer. Oh, yeah. Okay.
What is that format called again? Freaking
Pay to play.
No. Arena or something like that.
Yes,
Battle
I
Royale?
looked at your stream and you were kayaking, so I was confused.
That's funny. Oh, this shit again. It's
Yeah.
a never-ending
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, the never-ending story.
Thank you, Nova.
La 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 la.
So-
la 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 la. Look on Hero's face. The never-ending story. All right,
So
change the shot.
yeah,
There we go.
Disney's shooting back, and I'm not sure how this is gonna go.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Ron
Dropping
DeSantis made the call. They freaking signed the bill into law that all special districts in Florida were going to be dissolved. And Disney slaps
Yay.
back. Disney slaps back, saying you can't dissolve our special district because all debt bonds have to be paid off before they're dissolved.
We've got to hide our whorehouses first.
That's bullshit.
Otherwise, well, it's actually written in the Reedy Creek freaking bill that was written in 1967. So it's
Yeah.
it's legit. Unfortunately,
He can
The
technically
special-
forgive the. They can forgive the debt, and then they're fucked.
yeah, but they're saying ultimately what's being said about it is that if Ron DeSantis forces this dissolution of the special districts, that the debt bond will fall on the counties automatically, and it's actually written in the language that their debt will automatically fall on those two counties, and it's like over $1 billion of debt. Like I said before, I agree with the special districts being disbanded because no company should have that kind of an advantage over other companies. You've got fucking Disney, you've got SeaWorld, you've got Busch Gardens, you've got all Universal, all that shit down there around that location. And you have one business having an advantage, a severe
Right.
advantage, a tax-free advantage, basically, over all the others. That's not free market. That's not.
I think
That-
Coney
that's
has
not-
something to say.
Hito
Yeah, I'm
says
sure she
something.
does.
Hito sort of says, "Well, that happens when you impulsively try to punish businesses you don't like." That's an emotional argument. It's not something. It's not a like nor dislike. It's whether a company should shut their fucking face about stuff that doesn't pertain to them. So you're going to get kicked in the nuts when you play when you play stupid games. You get stupid prizes. If they would have just kept their fucking mouth shut, all this could have went away and they could have had their tax advantages. But no, they have to get all woke and they have to get into politics, which nobody likes, because then it like puts people like, I like Disney, but I'm conflicted now because it like makes things harder. They should just shut the fuck up and run the teacup rides.
Okay.
That's
You know,
it.
the hilarious way to say it is, shut up and take my money. That's all
That's
I
right.
want you to do. Shut up
That's
and
right.
take my money. If I want to buy your service, if I want to buy your product, shut up and take my money.
Yes,
Don't tell me I'm an evil person just because I believe a
evil.
certain way.
You're evil.
every business is involved in politics in some way, but like this, I'm just responding to the chat. But when you're taking the side of a minority and empathizers, you're going to lose money. Like I said, play stupid games, receive stupid prizes. If they would just shut up and just try to make Moon Knight better, because after last episode,
Hey,
not the one on Wednesday, I'm like, what the fuck's going on with that? Like, worried about like how you're handling your internal stuff. There's no lobbyist for Disney except for their copyright. Their copyright on Mickey Mouse was supposed to run out, but they have lobbyists now and they can't. Now it's free.
Copyright on Mickey Mouse was supposed to run out like 7 times in history, and it still
Freedom of-
hasn't.
Hito, freedom of speech pertains to individual people, not companies. I think that's what you guys were saying with Twitter, right? Like they don't have freedom. They can do whatever they want. They don't fall under that kind of guise, right? Isn't that what? Isn't that
They
what
were
you guys
talking.
were saying?
They were trying to claim the private company.
Yeah.
Thing. That's
Yeah. Corporations are an entity run by people. They are not people. It's a difference.
well, no.
Like the
legally,
country.
I think it
like
was
the
in
country.
the 80s.
The country is like we the people. Yeah, the people are the government. The government are not the people. It's a whole I understand your point of view. I just can't get my head that far up my ass. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just kidding.
Legally, that came up in litigation how many years ago? I think it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like legally, the courts ruled that corporations actually were people. Corporations actually get social security numbers.
It's an EIN number. It's an EIN number. It's not a social security number. It's an employee it's an employer identification number. It's not a social security number.
I know. But that's actually.
I know. Me too, Hito. I love talking to you. That I don't want you to think I'm mad. I just like fucking with you too.
I wanna actually point out another thing. That kind of goes down that same rabbit hole. The reason corporations are actually legally allowed to lobby and donate to political causes is because apparently legally they are people. I find this whole thing to be completely and utterly asinine. I really and truly believe that corporations need to be forced the fuck out of politics, and their money needs to stay out of fucking politics.
Put my arm around DeSantis because he's like right next to me.
Oni, I think you had a question.
So they've been running a deficit of over $1 billion this whole time. No, I'm not saying it started at $1 billion.
No, but
they've
you
racked
got
it
the gist of it.
They have been. I mean, I expected that they would be running a deficit. I didn't expect it to be that much. No wonder they don't give a shit about earning money. They just give a shit about racking up that debt so that it can't be taken away. Which is interesting because I assure you, someone's going to find a loophole.
You're on the right train of thought. I've got tinfoil hat theory. Hey Soda, how about that tinfoil hat?
All right, hold on. Coming up.
So my tinfoil hat theory is that over the years, Disney has intentionally left this deficit just for this reason, because they were really fucking quick about whipping this out, this little contingency out, this little loophole out. Plus, excuse me, Disney has been known for their lawyers for generations at this point. And they haven't said absolute jack shit since they publicly came out against the parental rights bill. They haven't said absolute jack shit about it since, which means that they knew something was going to happen, and when DeSantis freaking clapped back, they immediately had their lawyers looking at the Reedy Creek Agreement. And that being the fact, I almost feel like DeSantis knew that Disney, or knew that they couldn't legally dissolve this whole district, all 6 of these districts, because it's not just Disney's district. There's about 6 of them in Florida. I don't actually know what the other ones are. I think he... Yo, we got a baby.
Thank you, Badger.
I feel like they...
Look at me dancing. I don't even own those shorts anymore. I donated them to the Red Cross.
I don't know if they knew or not, but I kind of feel like they knew that this was kind of pretty much like not going to be able to happen. But they did it to call out Disney's bluff, and Disney slapped back. So I feel like there's something, because I don't think DeSantis doesn't know a way forward, but I think there's probably going to be more to follow. I know we haven't seen the last of this, and not only that, but there's no fucking way Disney's going to leave the state of Florida.
Yeah, what, they're going to wrap up the fucking castle and move to Georgia?
That would be hilarious to see. Their property, like all of their shit, spans the size of Manhattan, bigger than Manhattan Island. In fact, somebody actually said it's it covers the same amount of area as I think somebody said San Francisco. I don't know if that's true or not though.
San Francisco is a pretty small city, so I don't know. I've lived there, and it's like I don't know, like 4 square miles. Yeah, I know. Hito would love it, from what the conversations we have. Miami-Dade dude over there.
I actually have a feeling that he would fucking hate it because he doesn't like people like that.
So.
But anyways, I'm done with this. This is just, it's gonna come back again. We're probably gonna hear about it I'm gonna call it now. 2 weeks. We're gonna hear more about it.
Oh, for the love
DeSantis
of God.
is gonna fire another salvo or something. We'll see.
Sega fucks up! Yeah, this is the dumbest fucking thing I think Sega could have fucking done. How stupid.
You actually looked into it?
Yeah. How stupid is that? Like, oh, we're going to like bundle all the games. We're going to pull. Sega's trying to like, it's a money grab. I understand. But this is like bad business practices. What Sega did basically, or do you want to explain it, Hero?
It was actually let's give Oni a chance to talk here.
All right, Oni.
She actually reminded me about it because I'd forgotten about it. She reminded me about it. I was like, oh yeah, we definitely need to include this story.
All right, Blacklight Oni, it's all you.
Sega basically decided that in anticipation for their new collection coming out, they decided to unlist the games that are going to be in the collection, so that if you don't own it now, the only way to get it is going to be at the collection, unless they relist them at some point in the future. Which, needless to say, is legal. It's not it's not illegal, but it certainly leaves a really bad taste in people's mouths. They're gonna remember it.
Poor business practice.
This is the type of thing that you can do it. Doesn't mean you should do it. Because it reads absolutely as a money grab, which it is. Nintendo has been shamed for their few times that they've done something similar, not the same. When they have a re-release or a remaster or a remake, they still leave the originals up. In fact, for certain titles and certain eras, they do try to put it available as, let's call them, classic releases. So for example, if you really loved the first generation Pokemon games, you could play the re-releases or the remasters of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Or you could go buy the Nintendo DS Store card and buy Red, Blue, Yellow. Or you can buy both of them, because why choose?
I see it.
Staff.
At least for now. So Sega basically decided to do a dumb, and we are so shocked that we're, just gobsmacked. We're just shocked. Because wow, who would have thought a game company being money hungry instead of thinking, this is a bad idea. How about we leave it up to the buyer and say, hey, look at how good of a deal this is. But no, we're just gonna take away their freedom of choice. That's gonna make gamers happy. Sorry, I have allergies, so yeah.
No, you're fine.
What
Yippee.
the fuck is that hat, dude?
Dragon hat.
I like it.
Dragging these nuts on your face.
Whoa, dude.
I didn't know Chieftain swung that way. Well, hello.
Yeah, sometimes he does.
Hey, it's only gay if you push back.
We are all about consent in this house.
Oh,
this point,
it's totally consensual.
Yeah, at this point.
See,
I'll
I
take
even clipped
anything.
myself there, okay? So fuck you.
I'm getting kind of lonely, so Chief will have to do maybe. I
My
don't know.
God.
Oh wow, way to boost his ego. Damn.
Wow. He saw that Instagram photo. He's like, damn.
Oh yeah, that got me going. Right in the middle of COVID, I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom and take care of
Oh
myself.
Jesus. If you guys came in late like Ticker,
There's another one for you.
I
This
did a
is
thirst-
fitting for the Sonic topic.
I did a thirst video with me in it because I seen a lot of Whittle Bears and Nikki Crow. I'm like, hey, girls can do it, so can I. And then I got like body shamed by another dude, which was kind of surprising. I was expecting to be body shamed by women, but
Nope. Telling you right
body
now.
shamed by a guy.
Oh,
And
Body
I'm like,
shaming.
Hey,
seems to
did you
come from the
assume
same.
his gender?
I assumed his gender. I don't think he's got a gender. I think his adjective is dumbass. But
Could be.
he goes by
Identifying
adjectives like dumbass.
When you gonna have him on the show?
Never, because he can't he would be able to figure out a computer, let alone the phone. Thank you for the biddies. Badger, it's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. I like your flags and your hearts. You are safe here. This is a safe space. We're an equal opportunity offender. If you don't like it, you could leave.
True story.
But yeah, we rip on everybody equally. So
No
but
one
yeah.
is safe.
No one is safe, and the clips prove it.
Yes. We're damn
True
sure.
story.
Oh wow, we're already up to this part, Hero. We're up to your part.
Yeah, up to my shit show.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Hey everybody, guess what? Guess what?
He's got to find the button now.
Yes.
He's stalling.
Lagging Out News Break with Hero.
Look at that.
For a second, I thought that image, your logo, was Danny Trejo, and I was like, oh, Danny Trejo, and then I'm like, wait, that's Hero's icon. What the fuck am I doing?
Close.
So I had this brilliant idea, Oni. We're gonna get our own animations. You know how Chief has his spinning head across the screen? We're gonna get our own animations where you get to do this, and then your head turns into your logo, and then I get to do this, and then my head turns into my logo.
I can live with that. I can live with that.
Anyways, yes,
Chieftain
it's the
can't
IT
because he won't
breakdown.
be able to. Yeah, yes it is. Sorry.
So, anyways, sorry. Yeah, it's the IT breakdown, guys. Hey, always willing to speak what's on my mind, candidly and freely, because I can.
Standing?
Yes. The breakdown continues. All these psycho people freaking screechy because Space Daddy just bought your safe space. I don't fucking care. The reality, it's just the salt is so glorious. Do I really think that Elon buying Twitter is a good thing? Maybe. I mean, he calls himself a free speech absolutist.
So does Obama.
The reality check. Yeah, that is kind of weird. That is kind of really weird. But
You ain't
honestly,
lying. Oh.
honestly, I just find the entire thing just bizarre how people are reacting to it. It's completely and utterly just weird to me. The reality check, though, it's a real reality check, is that no matter what Elon does with the platform, if he opens the platform to everybody, if he unbans everybody that got banned, no matter fucking what happens, he still needs to make sure that platform is still able to stay on the Apple Store and the Android.
Yeah.
Period. Which means that that Twitter still has to adhere to a terms of service that Google and Apple have. So regardless, it's not like it's gonna be the Wild fucking West.
Let me see if I can.
No, they ban you. They ban you. You wouldn't be able to say a fucking word. Like, oh, there it is. We're back.
All right, let me see. Like what if I'm on the internet extender here. the booster. I don't know. I might not be on the booster.
Our YouTube is still rolling.
good.
Our Twitch is
YouTube.
not.
No.
Sorry, guys. Cheap is
There we
watching
go.
porn.
Yeah, we're
It's on
skipping
Euro.
and hopping.
He turned it down.
I'm getting 4 bars on my internet, so I don't know what's
No,
going
it's
on.
probably just
Yeah,
Twitch via Twitch.
Okay.
Twitch
Getting
is-
twitchy?
There we go. We're back. All right.
Well-
Hey guys.
And you
Twitch
guys
is
can,
apparently-
if you guys want to avoid those commercial breaks, you can just do it as little as $1.99. And gift subs are 20% off, I think, right? So I think you actually give a gift sub to somebody, avoid them from watching annoying commercials that Chieftain put on there as a ploy to make more money. Just kidding. I saw Nikki Crow doing it. I'm like, oh, that's working for Nikki Crow. Let me see if I can do it.
Twitch is
Like, oh.
supposedly start taking more money from their people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we might be
Like
switching.
Etsy. Shock.
We might be switching, so we'll see.
2D's nuts.
Anyways, this whole situation has just been ridiculously hilarious to me. There's been a lot of people that have been noticing a severe spike in followers on Twitter. So
Not us.
in my working theory is that shadow banning has been revoked. I think people inside of Twitter are panicking, and in order to keep their jobs, they're going in there and removing all the shit that was put in place that was unfair or unevenly enforced. And they're just trying to cover all their tracks to make sure when Space Daddy walks down the line there to inspect his ranks, he doesn't go, "You're fucking fired because
Yeah.
you're biased."
Hannity reported that he increased 700,000 followers in one day.
That's insane. The average that I've been
Dana
hearing
Perino
as a
with
whole-
500,000, and she was the former press secretary for Trump. Bush.
What
GW.
what I find what I
JW.
find hilarious is
Dubs.
what I've been the standard number I've been hearing is it was like 2,000 a day for most people. Well, it was like between two, depending on how big they already were. They were getting like 2,000 or 200,000, but the sweet spot seemed to be some sort of form of 2 that they were gaining in a day, way above what they usually get.
2,000. We have 960, and then it goes up to 961. Then it drops down to 959, and that's like in the last like 6 months. Like they're talking about 2,000. I'm happy if I get 3.
Right.
Shout out to you 3.
Shout out to those like follow for follows that unfollow me. Just kidding.
Right. Fuckers.
I don't do follow for follow. I'm just joking. Don't ban me, Twitch, like you do with everybody else.
Well, we haven't shown any titties yet, so
Well,
Yeah.
we're not popular. We're not popular enough to do that and get away with it yet.
Hey, Nikki, what are you doing right now?
she's too classy for that. Don't ask her for weird favors for you.
No, I was going to ask her when we're doing our reaction videos.
Sundays at some point.
Sunday, be there as we react to Lieutenant Lickme's final video.
With John Cena.
Which,
Dun, dun,
What?
dun, dun.
anyways, yeah, I'm done, dog. Oh wait. Actually, here's the tea, if you will.
The teeth?
We got tea.
The lead censorship director, that's not her actual title, but that's what she did. She was the lady that made the call on censorship to pull the story for Hunter Biden's laptop, to push the whole idea of
That's Russian
bots,
collusion, hero. That's fake news.
all that bullshit. The lady that actually was in charge of that, in leaked audio recording of the emergency meeting proceedings at Twitter when they first announced that they got bought out by that they're getting bought out by Elon, she was recorded breaking down and crying when the news
I
was
heard about
released. Like, seriously, this woman is such a fucking hack. Like, she tried to push the idea that, oh, I can't believe that we're letting this misogynist buy our company, and was bawling her eyes out. It's like,
What? He's giving us $20
She should be
more a
celebrating.
share?
She should be celebrating. It's the first African American to own a major multi-billion-dollar corporation. That should be. She should be ecstatic about that. Crickets?
it's hilarious.
Crickets?
I find it funny because it's
Because it was your joke and I stole it from you.
I just hope someone bottled up those tears. Like, put the bottle to her face
Salt.
and it's like, yes, come on.
all
There was
right.
some guy on CNN that actually said, it's like, now there's going to be complete freedom of speech, and that's not good. I'm like,
But
do you fucking
is it
hear
Brian
yourself?
Stelter? Is that Brian
Yeah,
Stelter?
it was Brian
Yes.
Stelter.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty dude.
Idiot dude. He's
Like-
a fucking idiot. Do you know that dude's like 32 years old?
Is he?
Yeah,
I
he's
thought he was
young
like
as shit.
45.
I'm older than him.
He's fucking stupid. Like, talk about, like, I think Terrence can take his job. That's, I mean, that's how low the bar is. I'm
I
clipping
mean,
that
they
for
gotta
Terrence.
they gotta let minorities have good jobs too, I guess.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Well, no. Sometimes you gotta let a handicapped dude do the job.
That's right.
I'm just
Someone's
thinking
got to
about
push
maybe.
the broom.
I'm just thinking like someone's gonna rewrite a little bit of American Pie by Don McLean, and they're gonna change Helter Skelter to Brian Stelter. So hop over the Discord for later if I'm still awake.
You look comfy as hell too.
Right?
Like
I know. I want to just
Oh.
like
She is so chill. I love it.
crawl up
like-
in there and go to
I was
bed
like,
with
I
it.
want that blanket now. It's like
That
Everything
blanket
looks
does look
comfy.
comfortable.
it does, doesn't it?
Wait
I
till
wish-
I have
I
the
wish-
rest of my life over here in the state at some point, probably in the next, I don't know, 6 months to a year. I will make sure there are so many stuffed animals. I will live like a fucking king, have like a bajillion sleeping bags,
Tons of narwhals.
pillows. I do have a growing collection of narwhals. I certainly have a respectable collection of giraffes. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, by the way, he's my hero. Good reindeer.
What
Yeah. Red-Nosed Reindeer was good. And then multiple years in a row, people tried coming for him saying, "Oh my gosh, it's problematic." And I'm like, how?
the? I like Krampus.
Krampus.
Krampus is a
Krampus-
classic. Krampus is
the
a
Christmas
classic.
douche.
And there are plenty of other European spirits that do similar things as Krampus. So trust me, Krampus is in very good company. You have a huge variety of spirits to choose
Huge.
from who will kill and disembowel little children. And adults on occasion, but usually little children.
Noise.
Yep.
Sounds exciting.
All right. So
Anyways.
what is this that you wrote?
Next up, Laggin Out's brand ambassador models our premier product, Millennial Tears. Feeling down? Getting dogpiled. Does cancel culture got you down? Don't fret. Capitalize off of it with comedy. Crack jokes at the cancel mob's expense and harvest that delicious salt from their tears. And remember, Legion, always speak candidly. That's for you, Terrence.
Best friend.
May I make a note about
He's
that?
so proud of himself. Look at him.
Not really pride. It's that I thought about that for about 5 seconds and went, I'm doing this shit.
May I speak about that real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
If you're going to have a discussion with somebody, especially online, but in person as well, just speak as plainly as you typically do. Most writing majors, most authors, most writers will tell you it is far better to write and speak using the vocabulary you already have than to try to reach and use words clumsily or out of practice or even worse, incorrectly.
I hope Kamala Harris is listening to this.
Right.
So just
What do you mean? That women don't know how to English either.
it's better to just speak with what you've got, because it will come across not only more honestly, but at least you'll have a grasp of what you're actually saying. It doesn't reflect well on you if you try to reach for vocabulary you haven't practiced. It's just
First time chat.
it's just good to keep
Robot.
that in mind. And
That's
I'm
a
not
bot.
saying
Let's
that
ban
to I'm not trying to shame you. I'm not trying to make a dig at you, but that's just it's a way to be more effective and more honest with your speech. And I think everyone wants to try to be better at that because that's how we communicate predominantly as human beings. So just some food for thought. Just might help you out later.
Got your first bot. Yeah. Moving
That's
up.
not our first.
Oh. Never
You
mind.
guys hear something?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
We all know what that means.
Means we're getting banned.
Yeah, and
The chief is 199th Indian, so we're good.
oh, look at that! Just as I do my, just as
Why
I
the
do my-
cowboy hat though? It should be the headdress since you were playing that theme.
There we go.
Oh, chat, does anyone, I'm sure someone knows, why certain tribes scalped their enemies?
Because they were badasses.
Oh,
don't
not
have-
just because of that.
I don't have my earplugs. The one time they call for the cowboy hat, I don't have my other headset with me.
Uh-oh.
It's in the other room. I can't grab it. Hold on.
You have a
I don't
second. We asked a question to the
funny.
chat. We'll give him a chance.
That's fine. I'll do it like this. I'll Princess Leia this shit.
Did anyone in the chat respond?
What was the question?
Why certain tribes who participated in scalping practiced it?
Something about the strength of their enemies, I think. But nobody in the chat has responded to the question yet.
As far as I'm aware of, were certain tribes who participated in scalping. They did it to their enemies to not only disgrace them, but if you didn't have an intact scalp, you could not be allowed into the afterlife.
Oh.
So it was a brutal punishment. And it didn't necessarily have to kill you. I mean, it's not exactly fatal. You probably already died from whatever other wounds you have. But it is it's denigrating, and to be desecrated in such a way basically denied you your spoils of war in a way. So yeah, scalping wasn't just for, oh hey, look at all this hair I've got on me. Oh no.
Ticker says it's because bald-headed men are sexy.